Hello everybody, welcome to Amy Noel YouTube channel. Before we get into it, please subscribe to my channel. I'm trying to reach 1,000 subscribers by my 40th birthday next week. Pretty big goal, but maybe it will happen. Thursday night, we got a call from the school district saying that school would be canceled until May 1st. I also heard that schools might be closed until the beginning of next year. So all of a sudden I went from 4 weeks to 2 to 4 months. Last week my emotions were kind of on a spectrum from thinking that everything would be just fine to kind of freaking out and being scared. I finally just decided if I get sick, I get sick. If I run out of something, I run out. I'm just going to put it all in God's hands. Last week, school went pretty well. Monday and Wednesday went great. Tuesday was okay. And by Thursday, half of the kids quit. My 3 older kids said they didn't want to do it anymore. It took a lot longer than I expected. There were 2 days that I did not even get to phonics with Jacob. The other problem I had was when I'm working one-on-one with one child, the other kids couldn't independently work. I decided that I really needed a real homeschool curriculum. So I called on my sister-in-law. She's been homeschooling her dyslexic kids for about 10 years. She told me which programs worked best for her. Then I called the charter school that she was doing homeschool through, and they said that they are not taking any more enrollments for this year. So I decided I would look into buying those curriculums myself. When I went online, I did a whole bunch of research and I found a great website called Homeschooling with Dyslexia. They have a free 50-page digital book that you can download, and I'll put the link for that in the description. I would suggest reading it for yourself. For one thing, everybody's approach to homeschool is going to be different. We're all individuals with different circumstances and different families, so we can pull general tips from one another, but we really need to individualize everything. If you're a praying person, I would suggest praying for help with this. The main things I picked up from my conversation with my sister-in-law and from the Homeschooling with Dyslexia PDF, you only need to do math and reading every day. Science and history, it's basically just exposure in the elementary school years. So I decided I'm really going to focus on decoding and math, but decoding is my #1 priority. I'm really excited for the opportunity to homeschool Jacob and Michael because I have been wanting to homeschool them for a while. I know that's very effective for kids with dyslexia, and they've never gotten one-on-one Orton-Gillingham instruction at school, or even small group Orton-Gillingham instruction. Other things the Homeschooling with Dyslexia book pointed out were the importance of audiobooks or reading to your children, free time, chores, character development. So then I needed to decide what I was going to do for reading instruction and for math instruction. My sister-in-law said she had tried quite a number of math programs, and Math UC was very simple, and it was the one that worked for her kids. For math, I just have them doing a couple worksheets in the evening until I can purchase Math UC. I had gone to the elementary school to pick up packets for my 4 youngest kids for math and reading. That was nice that I don't have to print off math worksheets every day. They're a little less user-friendly for my kids because there can be a lot of questions on one page and that's overwhelming for them. But I just cross off half of them and just have them do the odd numbers if it's too much. I really feel like Jacob needs a complete Orton-Gillingham program. In Homeschooling with Dyslexia, there are a few programs that are recommended, so you can check that out. One of them was Reading Horizons, and they offer a free 1-month trial. So I downloaded that, but I've had software issues. Their customer support is very available though. Then scrolling through a Facebook support group, I saw a promotion for 1 free month of Learn Reading, and I downloaded that as well. Jacob got started on that on Monday, and he did great, and the lady is really positive and encouraging, and that is exactly what Jacob needs. It's research-based, it's Orton-Gillingham based. She also adds to Orton-Gillingham from her own experience and insights after teaching children to read for 30 years. My youngest 3 kids, Daniel, Jefferson, and Michael, are all doing Blast Off to Reading, and Jacob's doing the Learn Reading program. We're just doing school Monday through Thursday. I think 4 days a week is great, and it doesn't feel like too much. For scheduling, I suggest that you write out everything that you want to get done in the day, the most important things, then figure out when you're going to do those. And I tried to keep our schedule in the evening and the morning very close to how it was when they were in school. That way when they go back to school, it won't be too big of an adjustment. The main difference in our schedule now is that everything is kind of an hour later. We go to bed later, we're getting up later. The other tip I have for scheduling is to be flexible. It's a guide. Certain things I'm very strict about what time we do, usually the phones. It makes it more predictable for the kids, and it motivates them to finish their chores at that time. The elements that I wanted to add into the schedule were audiobooks or me reading aloud to the kids, Nitrotype, typing practice, math, and them reading out loud. Last week they didn't read out loud to me. They were just doing audiobooks last week. I split it up throughout the day, and there's also 4 different times that they can play their phones, which I call screens on the schedule because they can either play their phone or watch TV or play Nitrotype. So first thing we do is we wake up whenever we wake up. There's no alarms going off over here. I normally wake up 1 to 2 hours before the kids so I can study and meditate and exercise, take a shower. That also allows me to plan and prioritize for that specific day. Some nights I don't sleep very good, so then I end up sleeping in and waking up at the same time as the kids, like this morning. Normally everybody is awake by 8:30. In the morning they do audiobooks and chores, and then they can play their phone at a certain time.
Alright, Mom, I'm all done and it's 8:59.
Phone/screen time is only 30 minutes, so if they finish their chores late, they get fewer minutes. Then after that first phone time, we have school or decoding time. And so everybody watches history or science unless it's their turn to decode with me. Whoever does their decoding cooperatively can then play their phone again for 30 minutes. Then we have lunch. And then if they haven't already worked on Nitrotype for 30 minutes, they do it after lunch. But my kids all got set up on Nitrotype on Monday, and they're so excited about it. They're doing it for hours a day in their free time. They're making a lot of progress. They're leveling up, and they're learning where all of the letters and different parts of the keyboard are. They really like that they can choose their own cars and earn money. After lunch and Nitrotype, then they have some free time on the TV to watch whatever they want or go outside so that I can do my work. I add it all up. My kids get about 4.5 hours of screen time every day now, and about 2 to 4 hours of school screen time. It's kind of a lot. It's more than it would normally be, but that's what's working for us right now. And then at 4 o'clock, the screens turn off and they do chores again. So after chores at 4 o'clock, then 4:30 to 5, they play their phones again. Then they have free time until dinner. We eat dinner, they have free time again until 7 o'clock when we have homework time. They read for 20 minutes and they do math for 10 minutes. Every other night, we're going to do the reading selections from the school that have comprehension questions, alternating with them choosing whatever book they want on the other days. At night when I put them to bed, we normally listen to audio recordings of magazines from our church. Sometimes we'll watch a YouTube video from How to ADHD. That's a great YouTube channel for people and loved ones with ADHD. So they're getting audiobooks in the morning and at night. I want to talk about our discipline. In the past, we did a point system where they would earn money, but because of COVID-19, we stopped that and we're just doing prizes and our sticker chart and the clip system. I made more sturdy clips for our clip chart, and that has been working so well. I put a link in the description about that system and the different names that I use to adapt it to home.
Normally this would say teacher choice and parent contact. This is extra chore for us and no phone. This is no consequence. Here is no reward. They get a sticker for this, 2 stickers here, and prize box here.
I like it because it gives the kids a lot of chances to go up and down. It's not just like black or white. You did well, so you get this huge prize, or you made a bad choice, so you get no phone right away.
I have it set up that when they get 15 stickers, they get a prize box. So here was the first prize box, second prize box, third, fourth, and 5th prize box, and then I'll do a new chart.
Because of their ADHD, all of the work that needs to get done is too overwhelming to do at once. So that's why they do chores in the morning, some in the afternoon, and some in the evening. And they all have different charts. We've been doing our chore list this way for over a year, and it's worked really well. I just cross out whatever they don't need to do. Then they use an expo marker to check off as they go. It's a visual reminder of what they need to do. That way they don't have to ask me, now what do I do? Now what I do? I just say, check your chart. I need the chart so I can remember what everybody needs to do. Also on the chart, I have some squares at the bottom. So every day that they do their chores, I put the date, and then when they fill up those 20 squares, they get $1. Now instead of $1, they can get a prize from the treasure box. Almost every day, somebody says they don't want to do their chores and they don't do them until the very last minute when they see their other brothers start playing their phone. I just say, no problem. You don't have to do your chores, but it really helps when everybody does their part and you don't get to play your phone. Some days, if they're causing a problem and being really distracting, or I just feel like it's necessary, I'll tell them that if they don't want to do their chores, they need to go to their bed. So I'll say something like, you can either do your chores or sit on your bed until chore time is over. To sum it all up, because we're going to have have the kids home for 2 to 4 months, I wanted to make sure my instruction was very effective and that I was taking advantage of this opportunity to tutor my children one-on-one in an Orton-Gillingham program. Once again, please subscribe to my channel. Let me know if there's anything that you want me to go into or any questions you have. I make videos every Tuesday and Thursday, so hit the notification bell if you don't want to miss one.